All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast, Monday, February 10th, 2025. My name's Will DeFries. It's my left, David Ruff.
You guys ready? You guys set this bitch off real quick?
Yeah, what's up, dog? What do you got?
The day after the Super Bowl. So today,
Dude, I almost didn't come in.
it should be a national holiday.
Oh my God.
This guy, he gets it, man.
Have you tweeted that yet?
Yeah. What if he signed an executive order during the Super Bowl?
But wouldn't that be a great idea?
Yeah, dude, I'm so hungover.
Take me back. Yeah, I'm just tired, man. Baby woke up at like 3 a.m. But I'm back.
Was he lonely?
Must have been. Thanks.
Dillon Shivery.
I'm happy to be here, first of all. Secondly, we have a projected impact zone for this 2032 asteroid.
Uranus?
Are you ready? Earth.
Oh.
But it's south of the equator. So if you're listening, you're likely safe. But
What's that mean?
If you're down around like Colombia way, Venezuela way, and then moving on across to the continent of Africa, if you're Cameroon, Sudan, around Ethiopia way, look out.
It's a pretty vast swath of
Yeah, it
cone
is.
of inference.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Question. This
What's
is
up?
the same one that went from like a 1% to like now
Correct.
bordering 2, right?
2.3.
So if they were a little bit off there, they could be a little bit off about that, right?
It's crazy that they would even have the calculations for an impact zone for something that's 7 years away that it's probably not even going to hit Earth, you know?
But they also did just say like half the Earth right there. So
Yeah.
The impact would be the equivalent of 7.7 megatons of TNT, about the same as a B-53 nuclear bomb. I don't quite know what that means, but it's described as a city killer.
Sounds bad.
City killer.
Kind of like trading Luka.
Damn.
Luka Doncic.
So hopefully it
not
doesn't
over it.
hit you folks in that area, those areas. Whew. Just had to get that off.
Wasn't
my
ready
chest.
for a space bar right
Yeah.
out the gate.
Just a little impromptu, like, hey, you be on the lookout.
Imagine the party waves if that thing hits the ocean, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a kind of party wave you want to be surfing. More like find high ground.
I'm going to do that after the surfing, bro.
Okay.
How big is this
Okay.
thing? Like 300 feet? Like the size of the Statue of Liberty or something?
It's like between 1 and 300. They don't know yet.
Feels like they should know.
It's moving very fast, hard to measure.
Okay.
What if it like is soaring through the air and it like clips the Statue of Liberty in the ear?
This is a reference
Then I think
to-
New York would be in quite a bit of trouble. TBH.
What if it just
VX.
if it hits the ear
And just
and then just
misses-
goes off
misses-
into space like it's on
Okay.
like Pong?
Look,
So
he's
you think it
referencing
could
an
ricochet off of the ear of the Statue of Liberty
Yeah.
and just go off into space and leave everyone unharmed?
there's a
Is
chance.
that what you're saying?
In this
What sound
hypothetical,
would it
yeah.
make? What
Yeah.
sound
I
would
guess
make?
it technically could hit the Statue of Liberty but miss Earth. If it came like 100 feet away from Earth but hit the statue
What
but missed the Earth,
What if it made a doink sound?
doink,
Like a
Doink,
doink.
doink,
You're
doink,
familiar with the doink?
doink.
Not last night, man. That guy was nails. The football kicker.
A football kicker.
The football kicker.
Noted football kicker.
The football kicker.
Noted real guy football
It
kicker.
was right
This-
down the middle.
This
pretty
is
much.
ball talk with Randy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is on the heels of Randy telling us that the new taco place is going to have a water creek.
Yeah. It is. Don't forget those music songs that were going to be in Call of Duty.
That's so sick. Oh, I love Water Creeks.
Question for you, because I'm putting you on the spot, spacebar guy.
Wait, what is,
There's hat
was it gonna,
creeks.
was it gonna be like a
I didn't want you guys
a
thinking it might
creek
be a
of
hat
salsa?
It might be
Salsa
a hat
creek would
creek.
be sick.
Ooh, a wine creek would be sick.
Dude,
I would
imagine
just-
salsa though. You could just put your little cup under it and get some.
If it was a wine creek, I would just dip my head,
Oh,
Okay.
you're crazy,
submerge it.
dude. You're crazy,
This guy's different.
What's your space question for me,
dude. You
David?
drink so much.
See about these red rivers?
If it is going to pose a threat, why don't we? Let's say, do we have the technology? I know the answer to this. I'm just putting you on the spot. If it gets to like a couple days out and we weren't ready, could we get the James Webb Telescope, point it back in time, and shoot a message back in time and be like, "Take it seriously.
I don't think it works that way, man.
Seriously, it's going to hit."
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
I'm
There's
thinking,
no s-
I'm thinking it through, and I don't see a scenario where it doesn't work that way.
Why not? Explain why it doesn't work like that.
Because the James Webb Telescope does not have the capability of sending a message post dated.
But if it can see back in time though.
Not Earth time. It can see light from
Tulsa time.
from many light years away. You can see that light.
Closing time.
Yeah. So it happened a long time ago, but the light is just now getting to the telescope. You understand?
I think so.
Okay.
Damn, that just reminded me that Kanye made all of the lights. It was just a banger. And now here we are.
We're doing Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was just thinking about it. It made me sad.
Yeah.
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 He had an interesting weekend.
Yeah. I would have holstered more than he did.
Yeah.
He
You leave
was-
that one in
He was
the
tweeting
chamber.
through it, but it was like nothing. He didn't have anything to tweet
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
He just the thing he had to tweet through were the tweets.
Bianca got to set him up with a notes app or something that he can just talk to.
What is Bianca doing right now?
I don't know. She got-
Please stop, Kanye. Just stop.
Like, you just don't need to do that.
They should get the James Webb Telescope, point
Right.
it back in time, and be like, Kanye, no.
Again,
No.
I don't think it can do stuff like that.
Do you know for sure?
Yeah.
It would suck if it went too far back in time and he like didn't make all the lights though.
Yeah.
He never got a Rockefeller chain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
just stayed in
interesting to
school.
think about the implications there.
He like never dropped out.
He stayed in school.
He just
Yeah.
stayed working at the Gap.
What if it took him all the way back and like he never even got in that car accident? So he wasn't even spitting it through the wire.
We didn't get through the wire.
You got to think it changes the course of music history.
He could avoid some ladies who might be into him only for his money,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but then we wouldn't have a song with Jamie Foxx on it.
Oh.
You ever think about
Gold
that?
digger.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about that?
Mm-hmm.
How good was Lady Jaja last night?
Good, David. It's a good one.
Did she perform?
She did the pre,
She did?
Show.
did some of the pre stuff.
No.
I saw a video on my timeline of a guy who claims to have won a bet when Lady Gaga did the halftime show that she would open up with Poker Face. And it took me back to a time when J-Bone also made that bet on a Grand X podcast. And
Yeah.
she started off with, I think, America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
And people were trying to claim that even though she next performed Poker Face, that they should get paid out. And I'm like, well, she didn't perform that first. She performed another song
It was
called
pretty
America
clear.
the Beautiful.
It's pretty clear.
The guy in the video is celebrating like he won it, and there was like a throwback video. And I'm like, no, I don't understand why people think that like just because she didn't write America the Beautiful, she didn't perform it while being suspended from NRG.
She jumped off the roof or something.
Ceiling is the roof.
Wow. That's deep. MJ.
I forgot about that controversy.
It was Michael Jordan who said that, right?
Yeah.
Ceiling isn't the roof.
Depends what the structure is, though. But most times it's not.
Yeah.
Usually there's some layers.
Usually the ceiling is on the inside. The roof is on the exterior.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I
Kind of
mean-
showing his privilege here.
The glass ceiling could also be a roof and a ceiling at the same time.
Shut
It
up,
is.
But Dillon doesn't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about people breaking the glass ceiling. Why is that?
I don't
Why
think
is that?
I don't think ceilings should be made of glass. I don't think it's structurally sound.
All right, man. You sound like a guy who's never run up against the glass ceiling
Mhm.
before.
Never been in a greenhouse over here.
I've been in a greenhouse.
You've never been in a dream house.
Yeah, I've never been in a greenhouse.
You can't do that for every word.
Well, you're
It
going
has
to do it
G
for
in
a
it.
lot
Mhm.
until people
You
get
guys
mad.
you're willing this into the bracket next month, and I don't like it.
I don't
Yeah.
have any willingness to the bracket.
You guys need to settle down over there.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, you are a hard G guy too.
Yeah,
He's-
you fucking
we
know it.
He flipped.
He's not. He didn't flip.
Didn't flip.
He hasn't flipped. He hasn't flipped.
He didn't flip.
Hey, we've got a lot of important things to discuss right now, boys. I've got something for the listeners first, though. Okay? Right now is your opportunity to go to Reddit. You guys familiar with this Reddit stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Within Reddit, they have subreddits. These are normally dedicated towards common interests or communities. And we have one of our own, Circling Back, where they're currently collecting Bit Madness bit options for the Bit Madness 2025 bit collection for Bit Madness 2025's bracket.
Yep. a lot of bit madness.
Randy
there.
wrote the copy
Yeah,
for this. He's
I-
crushing it.
I didn't say it. Like, that was not verbatim.
It's close. Close. If you have any bits you'd like to submit for Bit Madness, go submit those now.
Yeah, it was a post like 6 days ago, so you might have to scroll a little bit, but it's called Bit Madness 2025 collection or whatever. So just go down. Just if you have some bits, comment on them, and Schwarzington, he will start compiling them, and then we'll start voting on them, and then we'll have a bracket. So yeah, help us out.
Joe, help us out.
We did it, Joe.
Very exciting.
Another thing we're doing tomorrow on Patreon. What are we calling this?
I believe it's circling back on touching base.
Circling back on touching base.
We got a graphic. Did you see it?
Oh, I like that.
Pretty
We will
dope.
be taking some old touching base audio, which might be hard to find for any of the common folk out there. And we will be taking some of our favorite moments and breaking it down. What's that called? Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
I think I was a little too young to rock with that.
I think most of us were.
Okay.
It didn't do much for me.
Yeah,
Well, good. I hope this episode's good.
I gotta give
Just a graphic.
oh, yeah.
Just a graphic.
I gotta give a special shout out to Mike out there. Like he's the one that got all these, and he even has like all the RSS feeds, so it's easier for me to even find. So Mike, you're the MVP of the year, maybe.
Do we have what do we have? We have some Masters stuff tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're doing when Dillon announced he's going to the Masters, and then when Dan told the story about bringing his +1 when he didn't have a +1.
Birds.
Patreon.com/Circling Back Podcast. It'll be on the Tuesday episode. But without further ado,
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
We had the party and it was lit.
I got yelled at by a prostitute.
Let's just go have fun and live over it.
That's so good.
yeah, we made some updates.
That's so
We
good.
made some updates. It's a new one.
Was that you, Randy?
Oh yeah.
Recapping this weekend of fun presented by our friends over at Aura Frames. I think we all know someone who likes taking photos. I think everyone's got some photos on their phones right now. The photo app that Apple's updated may stink, but you know what doesn't stink? Aura Frames. They're actually the GOAT.
It is the goat, man.
I uploaded a bunch of new photos to my Aura Frame the other day, and I was in the kitchen this morning, and I looked down, and I saw 2 photos from a trip I took last year, just paired nicely next to each other, and I thought to myself, wow, those look really good.
Was at my dad's last night. I gave an Aura frame like last Christmas or something. And I told you he like has pictures of his car on there. There's this one of him that takes up the whole screen. It's zoomed in. It's from like 30 years ago. He's just smoking a cigar. Just smoke fills up the whole frame. It's so funny. I don't know what he's doing, but it's great.
Well, parents love these things. I get texts from my mom weekly about uploading new photos of my sons for her. She doesn't care about photos of me at this point, but that's okay. These things have unlimited storage, so like what's stopping you? Nothing's holding you back. All you need is the free Aura app and a Wi-Fi connection. And guess what? You can upload as many photos and videos as you want year-round. Right now, save on the perfect gift that keeps on giving by visiting auraframes.com for a limited time. listeners can get $20 off their best-selling Carver mat frame with code CIRCLING. That's AURAFrames.com. Promo code CIRCLING. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply. Dillon, how's your weekend, buddy?
Oh, thanks for asking. Pretty solid weekend. Started Friday. Just a pretty quiet night in with Chels. Just cooked, had a bottle of wine, and just chilled.
We nothing to you? We chop live over here.
What?
I share beers with you at
You might
a
need to
common
start
Oh,
pub.
taking
yeah,
notes,
yeah.
Hoss.
In
That was earlier in the afternoon. Yeah, you're right. We had beers that day. It was fun. It was fun. We went to Kelly's.
Disgusting.
Sorry, we had afternoon beers on Friday.
God, he is so thirsty for a Kelly's invite.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh.
we go
Oh,
there.
Stop.
We recap our weekends in fun.
I got my days
nothing?
mixed up. I got my days mixed up, dog. Chill out.
He's all mixed up, doesn't know what to do.
Saturday,
Damn, what's
stepped
the
out,
311?
had dinner with some friends in Chelsea. We went to El Alma,
Really?
pretty close to here.
You zigged while others zag.
Had some margs, some duck enchiladas. They were fantastic.
Did you hit that mole sauce?
Yeah,
You a big mole sauce guy?
not typically.
I'm not.
I like it there though.
Once a year.
Yeah, it's
Once a year, I'll be like, you know what?
it's
Tonight's a
heavy-
mole night.
It's heavy and it's sweet, but yeah, every now and then, El Alma has really good mole sauce.
If a place says like, hey, we got the best mole in town, I'll be like, all right, I'll try.
Did you go with Juxton?
Yeah.
That
He's in,
makes sense.
you didn't know he was in town?
He
That's why I
pronounces it Guxton.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Interesting end to the evening, which I will get to later. There's a whole segment dedicated to it.
Okay. Okay.
Barton Springs Saloon. We had a drink there before calling it a night, and interesting things happened while there.
Now here's what we call a tease.
Mhm.
I'm a professional.
Here's a guy who's teasing.
Yeah, Sunday went to my dad's house. We had a little Super Bowl gathering there with some fam. My nieces were over there. My sister, brother-in-law, Parks, Chelsea, my dad. Cooked some burgers, some dogs. Left at halftime because it's got a kid. You got to get ready for school the next day, and that was that. I missed the whole Kendrick performance because I drove home during halftime.
You missed K-Dot?
I caught some highlights on Twitter, but I missed the entirety of the performance, which I'm okay with.
I did a ball nowhere move. I left with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Damn,
Nice
dude.
move.
I didn't have any squares out there, so I didn't really care what the score was.
Didn't do squares this year.
Yeah, I didn't even get an offer to do squares. I love
Yeah.
doing some squares.
And that's pretty much it.
What, Randy?
I did squares, and if they would have missed that 2-point conversion at the end, I would have not only got the final score, but the reverse final score because I had double zeros. So I would have gotten like $400. But it didn't happen.
I've traditionally had
Aw.
very little success with squares. Very little.
Yeah, it's fun though. And that concludes my time. David, I yield to you.
So my weekend kicked off Friday afternoon. We went to Glugtown, population us.
Schlugtown?
We went to we jlugged some Guinness. No, we went to Kelly's Irish Pub, and we watched a little Man U. Got the dub, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
buddy.
was a controversial. There was some controversy surrounding the dub.
Ooh, I missed that as the sound wasn't on.
Yeah, the injury time winning goal was very likely offsides, but they don't have a VAR system in place to check that during FA Cup games. So we got to walk away celebrating, but there were some very just groans out there from the Leicester City side, Dave. But hey,
Okay.
it didn't matter to me.
Figure it out.
Hey, you gotta roll with the punches, man.
Find a way. Oh, well, we also had El Alma, although we did pick up. We picked up from the South location Friday evening. Place was packed. I was happy to see it. I don't really hear much about people going to the South location, so
No,
I
I don't
kind of
either.
worry.
Yeah.
But it was slammed, which was good. I went with the quesadilla.
Really?
Yeah, I decided to mix it up. I wasn't super hungry as I had. Guinness kind of fills me up, and I had a few, but yeah, we were good. We enjoyed it.
What does a quesadilla feature?
It is your standard fajita steak. No, it's carne asada.
Okay. Okay.
Carne asada, very good,
Okay.
very good. El Alma might have the best chips in the game. Just chips. Their salsa spread's great too, but their chips go very hard.
They're kind of lighter.
No.
Are they heavier?
I think they're a little bit thicker,
Okay.
which is why I like
Sorry.
them. They used to have a very thick one that they would bring out like a few of, but I don't know if they do that anymore.
There's one restaurant in town that just brings out a giant one that's like long, like a canoe.
Like a party chip?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
That's what you bring to the salsa creek.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can stand up paddleboard in the salsa creek on your tortilla chip.
Yeah. Yeah. What,
It's a
Randy?
nice water fixture, and I just wanted to share it with you.
No, it's a water creek, not a water fixture.
Up on
It is.
Water Creek.
It is.
There you go, Dave.
Hey, Saturday was just let's get back into T-ball. We missed last week because of the birthday. We're gonna get back into the mix. It was hot. Saturday was hot. It was a hot weekend here. It was about mid-80s. I had to put some sunscreen on to go stand around and help kids get to second and third and run home. I gotta say the weather had gave the kids a big case of the fuck-arounds.
It was nice out, man. I had a case of the fuck-arounds because of that weather, man.
The kids were like out there and they knew it wasn't supposed to be like that. And nobody really wanted to focus on what coach had to say. Shout out to Coach Tito. Nobody really wanted to listen to what he had to say. They just wanted to like throw gloves at each other and point at the playground and talk about what they were going to do after practice. But it was a good time. Good time. Good hits. Saturday evening, I contemplated buying the UFC fight. Glad I didn't. Kind of a dud from what I've been told. So
Who was it?
Sean Strickland fighting for the title against Dricus du Plessis of South Africa. And just not great. Not great. So what did I do instead? How about this? I just started watching random episodes of Breaking Bad Season 2.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dudes rock.
I wanted to do Severance, but like I didn't want to start it. Alyssa was already down in bed, and I was like, I don't want to do the thing where I get up an episode and she, you know what I mean? We want to be on the same page for this.
Mhm.
So I was like, why not just run back Breaking Bad, one of the greatest of all time? And I did. Oh yeah, we also had the Mavs debut of Anthony Davis. Looked really, really great. Actually looked unbelievable.
Played great.
Left injured. Third quarter. Gonna be out probably 3-4 weeks, hopefully. No more, no less.
Probably just a knock.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes.
You
know?
don't really get to do that. 'Cause,
Sorry.
yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry.
over
I do
there.
feel for you. And that's real.
Yesterday, Super Bowl Sunday, people were wondering, what did D-Man get into? Well, D-Man, we stayed home.
Damn, I was wondering what D-Man got into.
Saturday morning, we put in a Wingstop order. You know Wingstop, Randy?
I'm aware of Wingstop.
Put it in like, yeah, this will be fine. They'll be ready. It's Super Bowl Sunday. You know, it's the second busiest eating day of the year, per the Today Show.
What's number one, David?
Thanksgiving,
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
not for Wingstop, but just as far as Americans.
I bet I ate more calories yesterday than I did on Thanksgiving this year.
Same.
I'm not sure it's even close.
Same. Bad calories too. Put in that order, 4:30 pickup, prime time. Let's go. I got there a little bit early, about 10 minutes before, so 4:20, far out. Get in. It's pretty crowded. First thing you notice is a lot of people, arms folded, arms crossed, kind of hovering. Never a good sign. You've got people hovering around the counter and not really like one single line formed. So you walk in, you're like, am I supposed to check in? What do I do? Go up to the guy. He's like, hey, we put an order in yesterday. It's under Alyssa. Showed him the thing. 4:30 pickup. He's like, we're running a little behind, 10, 15 minutes. I was like, cool. No big deal. Super Bowl. I get it. About 45 minutes later, I'm arms folded guy. And a line is formed out the door. I look out the door. I see Randy.
It's your boy. I'm part of the reason this was happening.
I was like, hey. I called him because I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to walk through the people. I
No.
called him. I was like, dude, if you're trying to like put in an order for like right now, just go somewhere else. They're telling people it's an hour for that. They're lying. And Randy's like, well, no, I put in an order already. I was like, okay. They're telling people, and I watched them do this. It's a hard job. I get it. Super Bowl, you know it's going to be very, very busy. You'd think they'd be prepared, whatever. They were telling people they're running 10, 15 minutes behind. They were not. They were running an hour behind on everybody. 45 minutes for you.
After you left, yeah. So I'm part of the problem. I put in my order for 5:15 pickup. I put it in at like 1 o'clock or noon. So they were getting a bunch of other orders, not the days before. So whatever, I got mine probably 5:15. I was out of there around 6. So it took me about 45 minutes. But right before they said like it was going to be 3-hour wait for some people. I think people are trying to come in and order right there, like 3-hour wait.
It was tough, and people were starting to like call home and like tell them and like passive aggressively, loudly, be
You
like
have a mutiny on your hands.
Yeah, it was tough. I was sitting down, and I'm going to tell this real quick. I mentioned this in the Lutz group text. Just sitting there, honestly looking at Twitter because there was some pregame festivities going on. I didn't want, I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to miss. We got to talk about this. I don't want to miss it. Kind of watching on my phone. Older woman sits down next to me. She goes, so who'd you bet on? I was like, honestly, did not make any bets this year. Feeling good about the Chiefs. Can't bet against Mahomes, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah. She's like, that makes sense. I'm like, yep. She goes right into this. She goes, Trump's going to be there.
Oh God.
I was like, yeah, I heard that. She's like, he's the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl. And that was interesting. That surprised me.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too.
Nice fact. Nice fact.
I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. She's like, yeah. She's like, I bet they show him. I'm like, yeah, I bet they'll show him probably in some capacity. And then she starts saying something about if the Chiefs win, this will be they have 665 wins all time, and this would be their 666th. So 666. And I was like, really? I was like, I hadn't heard that or thought of it. She's like, yeah, check it. So I checked it on my phone. That's not right at all.
Yeah,
That's a lot of wins.
Sounds...
And then she's like, maybe it's the Eagles. And I was like, man, probably not. I looked, it's not the Eagles.
I would
either.
love. I wish I could have seen your face while she's explaining.
That's
this
just
to you.
some Facebook like post.
I was like,
just took for granted.
and then in my, because like I wanted to like, part of me wanted to get away from this, then part of me wanted to be like, so what if it was? What are you saying that like?
How do you think she liked the halftime show?
Didn't
she
care for?
How does she like get this information that's totally wrong?
Probably Facebook.
It
It was
had to
probably
be
just
Dude,
one
this is-
random
this is-
Facebook post.
Everything about this is Facebook. You could probably picture in the head what this woman looked like. She was very nice, but I will say it is a wild move to just unsolicited, like make friends and then immediately bring that up.
I mean, honestly, that whole crowd were people of that age. Like you and me were the youngest people in that thing. So
The wings slap though.
no, yeah, they're. I
So
really
I'm going to
enjoyed
give my
them.
official ranking. We went 3 flavors. Original hot, 5 of 5. Phenomenal. Bone in, by the way.
Okay.
Lemon pepper. Always a salt play. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe I'll round it up to a 4 out of 5. Really good. Hickory smoked barbecue. Not good.
You don't like?
Their weakest wing. 2 out of 5.
Wow.
You get enough ranch on it, it's fine. It didn't hit. You just got to stick with the classics there. So Wingstop overall not prepared for the Super Bowl, which
It's the big game.
it's the big game. It's not the little game. It's not the itty bitty game. But yeah, Wingstop. The wings were good mostly. So
Ranch is amazing. I got sweet chili glaze. It's a new one. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Got mild. I enjoyed the hickory smoked barbecue. Then the hot honey rub. I like the hot honey rub. It's good.
Okay. Easy to please that,
They
Randy.
did. They did have the Super Bowl on the TV, so that was nice. When I was sitting there for I was pretty much sitting there whole first quarter, so I got to at least watch it.
how about you?
Because like male friendship is just, declining at an alarming rate, I thought it was time that the lads step out and have some beers. And it really meant like a lot to me. Just sitting across the table from my friends, looking them into the eye, having an honest drink together. It really bonded me closer to people and something I'll truly never forget.
You could not forget that.
Yeah. And so shout out to Kelly's Irish Pub for making that happen from 2 o'clock until 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. I might get a tattoo in remembrance of that specific happy hour. It meant so much to me.
It's beautiful.
I went home and I drank a bunch of scotch for absolutely no reason other than it was nice outside,
my
and I
God.
was in a really good mood for some reason. Probably because I was coasting on a couple Guinness after a Manchester United win in the
And you had
final
great company
seconds.
at Kelly's.
And the great company as well, yeah.
Dude,
Thanks
you
for
were
the
glugging.
invite, man.
You were
Yeah, I was a real
glugging.
glugger on Friday. Woke up Saturday not feeling too hot. So I set my sights on one thing and one thing only on Saturday. You know what that was, Dylan? A French dip sandwich.
From?
I got one of the nicer French dips in town. I went to Bartlett's.
Oh.
Did you ever post it?
Yeah, it wasn't my best photo work, if I'm being honest. Someone
seriously.
reached out to me personally via DM and said that it looked like Dylan's ass crack. I thought that was a little.
It doesn't look like Dylan's ass
I
crack.
thought that was a little rude.
I promise you that person doesn't know what my ass crack looks like.
I don't know. You've shown it.
Dude,
I'm
no
gonna
one
have to
has
see it.
ever said an ass crack looked like a French dip sandwich.
I ordered two
Gross.
sides, not just one side of creamy horseradish sauce on the side. I got two. I ended up saving that creamy horseradish and repurposing it later, so I was just straight up dipping.
Utility guy.
Dude, that when that au jus meets that bread and just makes it so dense and so flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
Oh, it's just like the juxtaposition of it all is just unparalleled.
Wow.
Sally remarked that I ate it in record time. I was just absolutely housing my French dip. And went to bed pretty early after watching a little Traders. You're probably thinking to yourself, Will, Traders comes out on Thursday. What are you thinking? Saving it till Saturday. You had to avoid so many spoilers. There were so many this week. Just didn't get around to it. Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. We went over to our new friend's house. Dylan wrote about them in a column one time. Seemed a little rude.
Well, he doesn't care about getting Guinness.
No, he doesn't
with
care
you,
about
so-
happy hour beers either. So, what does he care about?
Stop.
And had a smorgasbord. Mashed that cheese tray button. Sally made some s'more dessert bites. Randy got the gift of those this morning if he's willing to share with anybody.
I am very excited to try them at lunch.
But the real stars of the show, we went straight up homemade California Pizza Kitchen style barbecue chicken pizza. We did that directly into a double smash burger. It was one of the best spreads I've ever had at a Super Bowl party, if not the best. Made it home in time for the halftime show and just kind of crashed out, man. Tried to watch some reality TV after the Super Bowl last night. I had to stay up and see if Jalen Hurts, thank God, for our accountant's bet.
We were champing at the bit.
He had 20 big dogs on the MVP to thank God first. And luckily we got that.
You got to put big dogs on the MVP to thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many big dogs you guys win this weekend on the big game?
I didn't win any big dogs.
Damn, dude. So you had the Chiefs.
Like I told Brenda at Wingstop, I didn't bet.
I actually lost $40 on Super Bowl squares. But my weekend, thanks for asking, Will.
Are you done?
I guess, yeah. I don't have too much else.
Nobody had a more Austin weekend that I did this weekend.
What'd you do?
My cousin was in town, so whenever someone's in town, try to pack as much Austin stuff. Friday, Perry's Pork Chop.
Okay.
And then
Pretty good.
Friday night, went to Emo's to go watch a band.
What band?
Dexter and the Moonrocks. They're a bigger, they're a newer alt rock band. Gordo was going there. They're big on TikTok. But
Shout out to Jordo.
yeah, shout out to
I've
Jordo.
seen these guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're at ACL too.
Yeah, I've seen these guys before.
So Perry's Pork Chop, going to a show.
Didn't we get offered to interview these guys and we said no?
Probably. Dum-dums.
Oops.
Then went out to West for a little bit and got some Via 313. And then,
Oh my
then
God.
went home. So that was Friday.
Did you say kill shot?
Saw Matt Killshot at Dexter and Moonrocks there. So that was cool. Then Saturday morning, breakfast tacos at Taco Deli. Throughout the afternoon, we did Barton Springs. It was a nice hot day. Then Saturday night, right after Barton Springs, before Matt's, got some Terry Blacks because I just wanted him to try some of the barbecue.
What time did you go?
Around 5 o'clock.
How'd that line look, Hans?
It was pretty quick. Yeah, we were in and out of there probably in 20 minutes.
Boy, you a real eater this weekend.
And then we
Yeah.
went to Matt's and I got some
Oh my
brisket
God.
enchiladas. You guys like my brisket
Fucking
enchiladas?
little sodium over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then after
Good
Matt's,
bit.
we went out to East 6th for a little bit. But yeah, it was a good weekend.
Austin
Good,
Randy.
very Austin
Give
weekend.
me your rank the meats of Terry Black's.
I think their jalapeno cheddar sausage is maybe the best sausage I've ever had in my life.
Everyone knows that about Randy. He loves that
it's
stuff.
So,
Midwest
it's
Randy.
so good.
Mhm.
Indiana boy.
The brisket is good though too. I personally prefer La Barbecue's brisket over theirs, but their sausage is the best in the city.
Hey,
Big
I'm not
ol-
going to fight you on that.
Big old cheese chunks in that sausage.
Oh, yeah.
So
They
good.
hit.
So good.
I'm not a sausage guy, but the Terry Black sausage is notably a step above the rest.
Because he was here all week for work, and they did Interstellar Barbecue, and he said that he wasn't like as impressed with it. 'Cause he lived in St. Louis and has done a lot of St. Louis and Kansas City barbecue, but Terry Black's he thought was much better than Interstellar.
Interstellar got the star, right?
Yeah,
Whoa.
can't say I've never had
Whoa.
Interstellar. I've never had Interstellar. I don't know.
He's doing Trump.
Terrible movie.
This guy,
Where's barbecue?
This guy had a real eating weekend. Now he's just doing Trump.
Mhm.
Dude, yeah, that bathroom break on Sunday wasn't the best.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
We don't need to hear about that.
Yeah,
Stop,
people kind of
dude.
assumed.
Yeah, dude.
Like, no
that
one was
was
sitting there
my
thinking,
weekend.
Chill,
I bet
dog.
his bathroom break was great.
Chill, dog.
We're not doing this isn't this weekend in
Stop,
bathroom
dude.
breaks.
No one thought that everything went well.
Stop.
Ooh, that's it. It was a great
There's no
weekend.
phantom.
Do you have any big dogs on the game?
No, I just had the 4 things. Oh, we did come back Saturday night and played N64. A lot of Super Smash, but did play some Perfect Dark.
Ooh.
Because that was like my cousins that I play Perfect Dark with the most. So
It was good.
me and him were just
It's a good
playing
game.
it. Yeah.
Good game. Underrated.
Did you guys get out there? Did you guys go two-step or anything?
No, we just went to some bar. We both at both nights got to inflection points. Like, all right, we either need to put on the gas or go home. And both nights we just decided to go home. Especially
Really?
Saturday night, we could have gotten super hammered, but his flight was 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, maybe we just go home, play N64.
Did you guys do any uppers?
No, yeah, Matt's knockout martini. That always gets me
buddy.
going, buddy.
I'm at El Ranchos, I'm at El Ranchos, I'm at El Ranchos, I'm at El Ranchos.
You know what? Those Matt's trips really start to add up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You guys ever sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, and then you're just stuck there getting charged?
Oh, buddy.
Have you ever done it like 3 different times with the same app and not realized it, like me?
Ha.
Month after month after month, baby. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, about 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. That's embarrassing. Just wasting money. You're just lighting that on fire, figuratively. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones that you're not using anymore, and you can save more money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and it helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can see all those subscriptions in one place so you can just see, hey, I'll be streaming. That's okay. Sometimes you got to be streaming.
Sometimes
You know that
stream.
about Will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm a real streamer, dude.
No one's ever questioned that.
I'm offering up passwords to y'all like crazy so I can make sure that your monthly expenses stay low. I'm going to be paying for like something like Peacock, no questions asked. If I need to, help the squad out, I will. But Rocket Money's dashboard helps give a clear view of all your expenses across all your accounts. It just makes it easy. They'll even send you a little update weekly to let you know where you stand. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 per year using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/circling today. That's rocketmoney.com/circling. Again, rocketmoney.com/circling. Let's talk big game. Any takeaways from the big game, boys?
Ass whipping. It's my main one.
Yeah. I mean, not very inspiring stuff.
I
No.
knew the Eagles had a better team on paper. Thought it would come down to the quarterback position. Kind of underestimated that front four from Philly.
Sheesh. Those boys showed up.
0 blitzes.
Pressure more than half the time.
Yeah, they had Patrick Mahomes sweating. Wasn't that guy's name Sweat?
Yeah.
It was a pun.
Yeah, it's good.
It was a good pun. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy.
Huh.
Save this talk for TMD for me.
So Drake's in Australia. Last night we saw Kendrick Lamar perform Not Like Us at the halftime of the Super Bowl. Drake's ex was sea walking on stage
Right.
during the song, and I'm pretty sure everyone enjoyed that portion of the halftime show. Do we think that Drake may just never come back? Is there a more
He'll be back.
Is there more like I saw some narratives last night saying that like people have died in beefs and they've been treated better than Drake. Like I don't think he wants to like
Maybe he just
confront this anymore.
He's in the lab just cooking right now.
Imagine running up against a hater at that level.
Generational hating going on.
Yeah, he it's tough to see you okay, it's real tough like a week ago or 2 weeks ago when the guy wins all the Grammys. Part of that is because he wrote a song and it's about you, and he alludes to your alleged pedophilia in the song. It's real tough when he does that song at the Super Bowl, and a lot of people in the stadium chant A minor.
It's tough.
That's tough. I got to say, the camera work of that Super Bowl halftime show was really cool. Especially that particular part where it's Kendrick walking around in a circle, looking at the camera. You kind of almost feel like you're Drake just getting
pummeled.
Yeah, that was the feel I had.
You feel like B Rabbit's just yelling at you on stage. 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Mom Spaghetti.
Marshall Mathers.
Eminem.
I think a lot
Skittles.
of people realize how tiny Kendrick is.
Little fella.
Yeah,
Not a tall guy.
my wife was like, "Oh, that's what he looks like?" I was like, "You've just never seen Kendrick Lamar before."
People pointing out he's very cuddly looking.
Like I was just like, "Never?"
You know, there were some songs of his that I would have liked more, some of his older, but it's his halftime show. It was. I thought it was great. I get why a lot of people didn't love it, because I think there's still a lot of people, olds, unfamiliar with his catalog, and that's fine.
Yeah, my dad didn't know who the halftime performer was, and I was like, "Yeah, you can probably just skip it. You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like it."
I like the halftime performance. I don't listen to a lot of Kendrick. Like my most exposure to Kendrick was like I had a roommate who listened to him all the time, so I didn't really need to like put him on in my personal time. He was just playing in our living room constantly.
Was it Matt?
No, it wasn't Matt. And I like his music, but like it wasn't a performer that was like getting me pumped up. But I was like I couldn't wait to see how it went with Not Like Us. Like I was giddy the entire time, just being like, man, this is gonna be very entertaining.
Did you like Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah. Why not?
SZA?
I thought we were gonna get Chalamet on stage
I thought that was a possibility, but I feel like that would have been a heat check moment for him.
for Chalamet.
He's playing it right. Yeah.
Okay, so can I give you my solution for it being a heat check moment?
Yes.
I thought it would have been great to invite Timothy Chalamet on stage, but instead of having him perform anything with like a microphone, just make him a backup dancer. Would that not have been the funniest shit in the world? He had like the backup dancers were killing it. Just having Chalamet back there, just hitting it, would have been good.
You probably wouldn't have even noticed him.
Yeah.
How much of it did he do? Any vocals on that Bob Dylan movie?
Yeah.
I think he
Really?
did.
So
He
he's got-
performed. He performed
him.
3 different songs on SNL.
Oh, I did not know.
The
Didn't know- I
rare,
didn't
the
know he had
rare host.
Vocal chops like that.
Oh, it's Bob Dylan. You know, you just kind of.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm Bob Dylan.
it's a certain kind of
Yeah, I know.
sound.
It's never.
Folk.
It's never been that for me. I appreciate it.
I never had a Dylan phase. Bob Dylan.
I like Hurricane quite a bit.
Before I go insane, that one.
She moves her body like a cyclone.
Different. That's
ba-
not actually
ba-
Bob
I believe
Dylan.
that's Baby Bash.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Halle
T-Pain.
Berry. Halle Berry.
I like the set design. It was very
It was
like
cool.
like very simplistic, just like an urban like street. I was like, this is a nice stage here.
Yeah, I thought it was well done. I didn't catch like every commercial. I didn't have that many tickle my fancy that much. I enjoyed. I don't know why I enjoyed this because I don't play a lot of it, but I did enjoy the Willem Dafoe pickleball commercial for some reason.
Sure.
Like, we got Michelob Ultra in the mix, doing just like Willem Dafoe content, I'm okay with that.
The Tim Robinson commercial, we talked about that one.
I didn't see that one.
It
Totino.
was really
kids,
funny.
kids, man.
It was really funny.
I like the Baja Blast one with Seal. It just felt like it was a late 2000s commercial. It was like, oh, we're going back to that.
Yeah, I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Does it count if it was if the commercial actually was playing before the Super Bowl? Because like the Bud Light commercial, I thought was very strong with Post, Gillis, and Peyton Manning. But I'd seen that one on like that. They'd been playing that one for a week.
Why didn't they hit him with? Why didn't they just give those guys the "What's Up" treatment? Sorry, not "What's Up" treatment.
Wow.
Tell me that commercial doesn't go viral for Bud Light if you've got Gillis, Peyton Manning, in Post.
They've got to run it back at some point.
They have to. Like, why not?
Redone.
Just do it. Why was Pete Davidson sitting with Kevin Costner?
I don't know.
Boy, there was one thing that I imagine they were talking about, and it's the fairer sex.
Women.
I think those two.
Think
guys,
they're Eskimo bros,
I think those two guys.
Sandler and Paul McCartney chopping it up.
dude?
Speaking of Alex Earl in that Carl's Jr. commercial. Sheesh.
Chill out.
Why don't you go put a little slash on the board there?
Yeah,
Bob?
put a little slashy on the board out there, Randy.
I will.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
Pete Davidson, New York guy, right?
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah, just kind of.
Hold on, Staten Island. I think. I'm sorry. I'm not well versed.
Okay.
How many different commercials was McConaughey? Was it 2 or was it 3 different products?
I don't know.
He was in the post. What's the delivery? Uber Eats.
He was in Uber Eats, and then he
That was
in,
okay.
He was in Salesforce too.
He can turn those down. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when he's spending all of his time on the sidelines of
Fair.
UT games,
he's a minister of
not a lot of
culture.
time to act. Kind of got to take advantage of the Super Bowl time.
That's fair. That's a great point. Go get the bag.
Dylan, I'm seeing here that you narked on someone this weekend.
I did. I narked.
Did someone put their dog
Nope.
residue somewhere?
Had nothing to do with that.
Sure.
So
about that?
after dinner on Saturday, it was me, Chelsea, and my friend Kevin, aka K Money. Y'all have met him. We walked over to Barton Springs Saloon for just a little nightcap. Had a beer there. We're sitting out on the patio. It was a great night. And this is at the intersection. Is a pretty busy intersection. It's South Lamar and Barton Springs. And we're sitting there, and we noticed that a lot of people were gathering at the intersection. Almost all of them wearing black clothing. Then we also noticed that a lot of like loud cars were just screaming by.
Oh, okay.
I almost just said to you, like, for listeners out there to picture where Dylan's talking about, it's where there was a takeover.
Yes, a lot of loud cars, a lot of modified mufflers just whipping by, and then
Were people skirting?
people were skirting.
Mm.
And
Benny and Bo?
more and more people started to gather, and it caught everyone's attention that was at the bar, and everyone was like standing up, kind of like looking like what the hell's going on. The bouncer of the bar knew what was going on, and I believe he's the one who alerted the police. And so more and more cars, I'm talking like, big spoilers, and you can imagine.
Were there any slabs there?
Don't think there are any slabs.
Okay.
Different kind of
man.
vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if like any slabs were there.
More and more people started to gather, and we're like, something's about to pop off. Someone takes a firework, throws in the middle of the intersection, just this big explosion, like shit's going everywhere. And cop cars have started to gather. I'm talking probably 10 cop cars, like not doing anything, but lurking. Like no one had done anything yet to warrant like police interaction, but it was
Really?
coming.
I feel like
Yeah.
a firework getting thrown in the middle is enough.
For some reason, the cops didn't do anything. I don't know why.
Dude, there was someone that threw a firework inside the crowd at Blues at the Green. It's probably some shithead teenager, but like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Fucking
There were
kids.
cops. So at this point, we kind of retreated. We were over by Pete Terry's right there on South Lamar. And there were cops in their vehicles, like parked on the sidewalk there. It's a pretty big sidewalk right there. So they were lined up about 3 cop cars, just waiting for shit to pop off. And this one dude is leaving the parking lot that I'm standing next to, and he has his window down, and he kind of hears us talking. We're like, yeah, I guess everyone's just leaving. And he looked over. He goes, we're going to the next location. It's at MLK. It's like, okay, like I don't know why you think I'm wearing a Howler Brothers shirt. Like I'm not going with you guys. You know. Thanks for telling me. And he drives off, and people start to disperse, and cars are screaming down the street, just evading the intersection.
Are they skirting?
They're skirting. And I was like, I should go tell the fucking cop where they're going next. I walked over there. I walked over to a police car, and he sees me. He puts his window down. And I said, excuse me, officer. They're going to the MLK location next. I just totally fucking narked on them.
Location of what?
They were, because of the police presence there, they decided to move the location of the intersection takeover.
Okay.
So intersection takeover, if you don't know, basically like people do donuts in an intersection and people stand around in a big circle. So if you're trying to drive through, you can't. You have to basically go around. It's obviously totally against the law. Yeah, I told the cops. I was like, they're moving to MLK.
Dude, fuck these people.
And the cops just took off. They're like, all right, thanks.
Were they actually doing the donuts?
They hadn't gotten to that point yet. No, but that was clearly what was about to happen.
It's just so dangerous and so stupid, and you're doing it at such a busy intersection that will affect the city so much.
Like Will said earlier, this exact thing happened at this intersection a few months ago, and it was on the news. Like police showed up and like they took it over and they shut down the intersection for I think a pretty long period of time.
Like, I'm just trying to get home from Matt's with my kids in the back. And you're
Yeah,
it shut down the intersection that's
scene.
pivotal to this.
It was a scene,
dude. Like. One thing I respect about society is that no matter how wild society gets, people still just hate the people that do this.
How is this your Saturday night? Like, you're a fucking loser. What are you doing?
You know, the people that try to stand as close to the cars as they can.
Oh, dude.
It's like, how's this going to end for you?
It's great when they get clipped.
my Twitter used to be a lot of people getting wrecked. Like,
yeah. That happens a lot.
It's fucking. There's some. People
Edgar,
died doing
Edgar
this shit.
haircuts, as far as the eye can see. It was really funny.
It's insane. It's. I've never actually witnessed one, but I do. When I see the videos, I don't get it.
The guy that told us about it, he had a hilariously, like, cartoonishly tall spoiler on the back of his Mustang. It was so funny looking. He looked like a total idiot. Like, yeah, we're going to MLK now. Like, okay.
Do you feel kind of cool that like he gave you the nod?
Yeah, like you think I'm part of this crew, dog? Like. No, it was funny.
You don't necessarily give undercover, but like I could see it
with the mustache.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, who is this motherfucker here?
Yeah, they need to talk to this guy. Like, he needs to keep some.
This
some
guy
tighter
might be a
lips,
narc,
man.
and you're right. You're right. I am a narc.
I think the closest we got in high school, there was not a thing. There wasn't a street takeover in high school, but off Royal Lane in Dallas, there were the street races where it was just like an old school line of cars, and they wanted to run it, and they would just race, and like people would stand and go, and you'd get like badass cars. You'd get my dad's like Oldsmobile Alero that my buddy Keith was driving. You would get like people wanting to race, and it was just that's all it was. It was just races, and they eventually, and you get DPD finally figured it out, and they even brought a helicopter out to bust it up one time.
Well,
that was it.
Closest we get in Harbor Springs was just me asking my boy Max during a snowstorm if he wanted to leave the high school basketball game at halftime and go hit some ditties in the church parking lot.
This got the choppers swirling too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need some clarity on that, Dave. So you took your dad's car to the race and then let your friend race it?
I took it. We drove, and then my buddy was like, "Dude, let me drive it." So I was like, "Okay." So he did it.
If Rhodes like had one of his buddies race a car, how mad would you be if you found that out?
Oh, pretty bad.
Oh my
Pretty
god!
mad. I don't think my dad knows about that.
It'd be over. It'd be over, dude. No license.
My buddy would bring his like old Mustang 5.0.
Oh yeah,
like an 85.
Oh yeah, those were
stick
sick.
shift. That thing was
They were
mean,
fast,
dude.
Yeah.
No, we just didn't have that.
Yeah, I don't know why this is the intersection that they have.
It's such a fucking
chosen.
annoying one, dude.
And like, yeah,
Don't do
you
that to
can't-
my Pete Harry's, man.
I
Well,
know.
people like it at the bar, were they cheering them on, or were they just kind of like, "Come on"?
No, we were all standing up like, what's about to happen here? And the bar or not the bartender, the doorman there was like, I'm not about to let this happen again. It's really bad for business. So I think he's the one who got on the horn with.
Oh,
with
good.
Dude, that's the
5-0.
guy right
Good.
there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like made a joke about supporting it last time we talked about it on here, and I had like numerous people reach out to me being like, "They're not cool," and I was like, "I know they're not cool. I was
I
kidding.
remember last time
Joke about that.
the police were criticized for the last one because
They didn't do much."
a few of them showed up and then I think they were overwhelmed by
Yeah.
the crowd.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they
Like,
didn't
walk
do
down.
anything.
I think it gets to the point where it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you show up too late and they've already got it taken over, there's not much you can do at
what
that
can
point.
you do?
What are you going to do? Put your car in the middle of it and like
Arrest
get
300
hit?
people? You can't do that.
They don't give a shit.
Anyway, the situation.
That's hilarious.
I know it was funny.
Yeah, like you just want to have a beer, and next thing you know, you're inhaling brake dust.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Some of them had like face covers on.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I would.
Don't want to be identified. Like, what are you doing, loser?
They had freaking face diapers on,
Yeah.
dude.
I'd be so mad if I was going home from dinner, like my family, like, oh,
I'd be
okay, well.
fuming, dude.
Well, I
I'd be
guess we'll
fuming.
sit here for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Cool.
During this next ad read, I'm gonna go use the little boys' room because I got to pee.
Oh,
It's a-
bathroom break.
That's cool.
That's a
Gotta
big.
hear about here's.
That's a
not
big
mine.
mistake, dude. Because this can be a good ass ad read.
I'm sure it will be.
You want to know why?
Well, Dave got the product here.
Dave
so
did get the
I don't feel
product
bad
here.
stepping
I
away.
mean, I like this. I like this next company so much that I didn't even need free product. Your boy just went and straight up bought some because anywhere worth going, it's going in good boots, my friends. I'm talking about our friends over at Tecovas. Find your perfect pair with Tecovas. You know me. I could be described as someone that's all hat, no cattle, but that doesn't mean I don't like a good pair of boots. And I don't do a lot in my boots in order to wear them in, David. Besides walk around and maybe go to concerts in them, Tecovas, they feel perfectly worn in right out the box.
It's shocking. It's shocking. As a guy who's owned a number of pairs of boots, there is an adjustment period typically, but not with Tecovas. You kind of just put them on and you go out and you don't even you realize like this is a different boot.
It's been years since they started back in 2015, so I guess they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year. But we've kind of seen the rise of Tecovas through Austin, Texas, and it's been pretty crazy. But I have to say, last year when I was going to go get some boots, I don't think there's any question where I was going. I was going straight to Tecovas, and that's why Esquire loved them too. They said there's a reason we keep coming back to Tecovas. If you've ever wondered if you can pull off boots with your personal style, you owe it to your feet to pull on a pair of Tecovas. If you're in Austin, Texas, or anywhere else they have a store, go pop into one. It's the best smelling place you'll be all day.
Yeah. Go up to the Domain location. Go see our buddy Gordo.
Yeah, as for
Yeah.
Gordo, tell him circling back sent
I
you.
got my eye on 2 pairs right now, and like I have 3 pairs of cowboy boots, but they have more than just cowboy boots. I'm looking at a Chelsea boot and a Roper. So
Dude, their clothing in the store is great too. Their accessories, they've got like nice bags, wallets, stuff like that, just leather goods. Go make it happen. Right now, get 10% off at tecovas.com/CRCLBK when you sign up for email and text. That's 10% off at tecovas.com/CRCLBK. Tecovas.com/CRCLBK. See site for details. Tecovas. Point your toes west.
I got the smooth ostrich for those wondering.
You were smoothing.
You're
Our man was
smoothing.
smoothing. This is one of those situations where a video hit the timeline just right after the recording window for Circling Back had stopped for the week. I'm talking about Montoya.
Oh,
So Temptation Island, Spain.
Montoya, no.
Do you guys ever watch Temptation
Sure.
Island?
no, I'm
don't
just
even know
familiar
about
with
it.
the concept.
I don't know if it's currently broadcast in the United States. It was like one of the original TV shows that just sent people to an island and told them to get horny together, which you have to respect. And
So it's been on for a while. Does it predate Love Island?
yeah, like the reason I started watching it, not to expose myself too much, was because Bill Simmons got really into it and started writing about it, like back when he was on ESPN. And
Yeah.
so I started watching it because it was pretty bad, hilarious reality television. And yeah,
It's kind of like when Kareem went to the Lakers.
Yeah, you're right.
That was my bill.
how was your
Sorry.
screen time this week?
Dude? It's not. It's real bad. Hey, this shirt he's wearing is heat though.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. I think we just need to watch this clip. If you don't speak Spanish, I apologize, but hopefully you're watching on YouTube at youtube.com/circlingback. You're subscribed there.
You don't need a dub to understand what's going on.
Yeah, we'll let you know when to pause, Randy, if there's anything we need to talk about. I mean, you don't want to see your girl smooching down the beach
No.
at this point.
Oh no, lights are out.
And he wants to hit the beach.
Dude, he wants to run so bad.
She talks him out of it.
Isn't he a pro soccer player?
I don't know.
I think he is.
He's a hot man. Like
I think
Montoya's
he's a
hotter
pro
than the
soccer
other guy.
player.
Oh, on his
Can
knees
you pause,
now.
Randy?
This is the shot right here. On his knees.
Like, there's very few things in life that will bring me to my knees these days and make me start screaming.
Do we need to explain what's happening in case people aren't watching?
Montoya's girl is in bed with another man, and it seems as though things are about to pop off in that bed.
He's watching it live. It's
a
a
live
live
feed.
feed of these two in bed together, and it's got like the night vision on because they cut the lights.
Oh,
It's diabolical.
He gets in bed with her.
Like on Love Island, they only show recorded clips later during like movie night. Showing them a live feed while it's happening, and you're like within
Yeah.
running distance.
Yeah. It's like maybe, I don't know, a quarter mile away or closer than that. Like it's close enough to where he can get there if he needs to.
it's a great debate. Like, do you want to just let it play out, or do you run and try to stop it? Because like, it's weird. You're like, well, you were gonna do it anyway. It's tough.
Let's see what he does.
He had feelings for this woman.
Clearly,
Tranquilo.
I love that he's just pulling his shorts up the entire
They're
time.
very short.
Just the pageantry of a
They're ma-
Spaniard who's going through it.
He's on the beach.
This guy does two things that I don't do when I get angry. He runs and he rips his shirt open. But just the shot of him running through the water, you don't need to put your shoes in the water.
See, he knows that they're smooching in bed. He doesn't know that they're about to.
Gets
have-
worse, Montoya.
What about the cameraman?
He misses the part where they're having sex.
The cameraman is absolutely chopping to keep up with
By the
this
way-
professional athlete.
While this is close, it's not that close. I mean, it's a good. Looks 500 yards away.
Yeah.
If you're somebody else in this villa and you hear him screaming up, are you just like, oh no, tonight's going to be long?
Listen,
It's
that was the sound you just heard is what you think it is.
They stop because they hear him running up to the house.
Are people having
By
sex
the way,
on
that's the first time we've shown sex on the Circling Back.
Why are
page.
people doing this? Why are people doing this on national television?
I don't know.
Spain's different.
You got to be so horny that you don't care.
Crazy to put yourself out there like that. You won't even put your feet on the timeline.
That's right.
Dude, that first shot when he hits the beach and there's like a lightning strike in the background, that is art.
It's electric, dude. Like, so how did this all pan out for Montoya? I saw the part 2 where the girl emerges from the room. They try to talk it out. I can't understand what they're saying.
So, what I've seen is background material. It is similar to Love Island, where like she gets to see what he's doing, and obviously now he gets to see what her. All he did with a different young lady. So he'd been with the young lady here, Anita, who cheats on him, but a different young lady gave him a lap dance and pissed off Anita, and then this was her retaliation
Oh.
for a lap dance. And my mind is going to
It's not exactly
Love Island.
not exactly an eye for an eye, is it?
No, I'm thinking Love Island Casa More, where like if the worst thing your partner does is get a lap dance, you're like, okay,
Okay.
like
Okay.
that's really not. I've known you for 5 weeks. That's probably
Yeah.
not that big.
It's
of
like,
a
damn,
It's not
Dillon was mad respectful in Casa Amor. He
It's-
only got a lap dance.
Not like he licked a tit or whatever.
He didn't.
whatever.
I licked a. Yeah, obviously I licked a tit or whatever.
And then she went nuclear.
Yeah, she had intercourse with another guy.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it like that on TV before.
You know what clip is
You haven't.
is powerful when we don't understand a word that they're saying and you still know the whole storyline, and it's art, like you said.
Montoya,
He's
dude.
going through it.
It's
man.
the best thing to ever happen in this show.
I hope people are buying Montoya jerseys if he actually is a professional athlete, like I'm alleging.
The brand's got a hold of it, and I saw some real good tweets in the next 28 hours.
Oh, really?
Not
Yeah.
29 hours, just 28.
Did I say 28?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No, it had a shelf life. It
Yeah,
expired.
It's a thing in the business.
Yeah.
You got to be in the know.
Yep. By 2:00 the next day, it was over.
There's some good memes.
All
There's
over the TL.
I-
man.
a lot of memes.
I just feel bad for the guy, man.
What was the other scene when he was ripping his shirt off?
I don't know. I don't know.
She
I
was-
think Montoya might be fiery. You know,
Yeah,
I think he might have a lot of passion in life towards a lot of things.
She was trying to apologize. She was mad at him at first afterward, and then like was trying to be really apologetic. And I'm just thinking like, I don't know. And he hadn't even seen the worst of it.
Yeah, he
or
didn't.
heard. I
Yeah,
don't know if you're
Yeah,
getting
he
back
didn't see the
together.
You
gyration.
can't come back from that.
No,
Uh-uh.
no. That live feed's tough.
It is.
I want to. There's not a lot out there outside of this video. I want to know if they get wind, like the producers are watching it and they're like, oh, shit's about to go down. So do they go get Montoya? Like, dude, you might want to look at this one.
Yeah, they've been talking. They're pretty excited to go back to their bedroom tonight. You might want to get the live feed going for this one. bud.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
How do you think she feels? Like, do you think she knew like the extent of like how good the camera tech was at this point? Like, was she like, oh, I thought this was like old
they-
school real world where
they
it's just
know.
like pull the covers up and then they cut away.
They know there's a camera mounted like in the room, pointed at the bed.
Dude, it's over for you when you see your girl in bed with a guy who's wearing tighty whities.
That Euro
Yeah.
underwear.
Like at that point, it's done for you.
the most Euro underwear.
Yeah. They left no question about what it is that they were doing.
Dude, our boy Casey from Love Island's been rocking a little Speedo during Love Island All Stars. He's getting some fair criticism for it being his third year in a row going on Love Island, which I think is just.
Yeah.
He's got to
Terrible
link
season.
back up with Tom.
Terrible season. Yeah, he needs Tom back in his life.
This has got to be it for him. Yeah, I hope this plays out. I thought I had read something about him and Montoya ending up with the host. I don't know if that's true.
I'm ready for the Montoya redemption story.
Yeah, give Montoya like an entire show.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. Also, like, this isn't the thing that sucks is like, it's not a show that I'm gonna just hop in and watch because it's in Spanish.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to see this play out, I don't know if I can deal with that.
Is
I'm
this streaming
curious-
on Peacock?
I'm curious what the format is in compared to Love Island.
Here, if I just let me. What was it called again?
Temptation Island.
Temptation Island.
Imagine if it's Love Island and you got Maya Jama there watching it with you. Like, what's your move? You want to just kind of act cool? Like, oh, this is fun. I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
don't
Okay,
care.
Temptation Island's electric. I forgot how good it is. It says that it follows couples who are separated from each other to test their commitment. So the format involves the couples living in separate villas with singles of the opposite sex and then being reunited to decide if they want to stay together. So he's out here seeing Anita, who he's been with,
That's so much worse.
just clapping, dude.
That's so much worse.
It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, if you're in Casa Amor in Love Island, you're allowed to make out during challenges because that's the expectation. And like you could probably get away with getting a lap dance, but you're gonna face some backlash.
You're gonna get a lap dance at some point, and they're gonna check your heart rate.
Oh, true.
That's a whole thing.
True.
Like
True.
that's all. You got to be okay with that level of interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just human nature. You
Dylan,
know?
we have some good news for you.
What's up, man?
The Colombian president has been somewhat outspoken about some stuff.
I don't know how this applies to me exactly.
He said cocaine is no worse than whiskey and is only illegal because it comes from Latin America. Interesting.
I'll listen. I'm listening.
He said cocaine is illegal because it's made in Latin America, not because it is worse than whiskey. He said scientists have analyzed it. Cocaine is no worse than whiskey, suggesting that the global cocaine industry could be easily dismantled if the drug were legalized worldwide.
Let's talk about it.
Should we make a tank top, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
He wants that tax
that
wrap.
says legalize cocaine on it and sell it via
okay,
a store?
you have my attention.
We were ahead of our time back then.
What if we never even promote that and then find out that it's one of our biggest sellers of all time when we check the analytics one day?
How many copycats of that shirt have been done?
Hundreds.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He notes that he pointed out that fentanyl is killing Americans and that is not made in Colombia.
Fact.
He's like, not on me, player. Not on me.
Colombia, of course, unfortunately, in the projected impact zone of the asteroid. So
2%.
yeah.
Man.
Imagine that dust cloud, though.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, if that had been around when the dinosaurs were around and they just were getting zooted before they went down.
Cocaine production in Colombia reached a record high in 2023, jumping 53% to 2,600 tons. Feels like a lot of cocaine, man.
You know they chew the coca leaf down there too.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a problem. I feel
It's
like
like
I feel like you would do it here.
It's like a numbing agent in pain.
Mild stimulant suppresses hunger, thirst, pain, and fatigue.
Yeah.
I don't have it pulled up right here or anything.
Right. Would you chew on one?
Yeah.
I'd try it.
Okay.
Just chewing on a coca. I think that's pretty normal down
Sure.
there.
Okay. Let's chew coca leaves.
I don't know.
Comparing it to whiskey, I
I've
don't
seen
know.
whiskey ruin a lot of lives. Whiskey.
Fair. Fair.
Made a lot of good country songs.
That's facts.
You know what I say to him?
Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey.
Sure.
Rain
Okay.
makes coca.
I'll say that to him. Sure. I mean, yeah. Both
Well,
can kill you pretty quick if you don't do it right.
Yeah. Too much of both can kill you.
You ever just look at a handle of liquor and just think, oh, this could kill me right now?
Yeah. If I drink if I just chug the whole thing, yeah.
Will said that to me in the office the other day. He has had a fifth of whiskey. And he's like, imagine if I just chug this, I would die.
You'd die. I would die.
Yeah.
I gave it the old college try on Friday, apparently.
Did y'all ever have a dude at your high school like who was like the first one to get like real fucked up and got their stomach pumped? And it was like, dude, he got his stomach pumped over the weekend. There's like one kid. You're like, he was forever known as the dude who got his stomach pumped.
Yeah. And yeah.
No, we just had a.
Was it you?
No, but I have some friends who had to do that.
Damn.
No, we didn't. People didn't think it was cool to get your stomach pumped or anything, but
It wasn't.
we had a kid. We had a kid who like was known as the kid who could just take a ton of drugs, and so they just called him the dumpster.
Yeah, that's not a good nickname.
And it was
No.
like, dude, like, yeah, he's just the drug dumpster.
It's not a good
He could just take whatever.
If you're the dumpster, you're either known for you'll eat anything or you'll do any drug.
Or you
It's-
just generally treat your body like trash.
yeah, like your body's not your temple.
Yeah.
I think the dumpster's doing okay though.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good to hear.
yeah. I always liked him.
He cleaned up his act.
He was
huh?
not.
Call him
Yeah,
up.
he was never a bad guy. He was always a good
Just
guy.
did a lot of drugs.
Yeah, he enjoyed some head changes every once in a while.
You know what I say this Colombian president will?
Fogs.
Fried acted, sir.
Fodges.
Yeah, should we have come up with headlines for this Colombian president? That's a morning when everyone just gets told to go in the conference room at TFM. All right, guys.
We haven't done the headlines thing in a while.
No, we need a headlines.
Headlines.
We could have done Super Bowl
Headlines.
headlines. We've done that before, I feel like.
They booed Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Eagles fans, though, right?
They're gonna boo her.
Yeah, like, I just feel like Eagles fans will boo anybody who's not on their
Well,
side.
according to Trump, it was the Trump fans who never forget.
I mean, there's probably some truth to that.
Yeah.
She was with Ice Spice.
Was she? Still don't know who that person is. Is she a musician?
She is.
Yep.
She's got a track with Taylor.
Oh, it's great.
Dave spitting facts.
Okay.
Cocaine less dangerous than fentanyl, right?
Cocaine fentanyl is used as a pain medication, like in proper doses in the hospital and shit.
Sally uses it like every
Yeah.
day.
It's
Not personally. She administers it safely
Sure.
to patients who require anesthesia.
I was just gonna say it's crazy that Taylor Swift became famous because of that Yadoff guy,
Yitler.
Yadoff Yitler.
He needs to not.
Oh, Kanye, what are we gonna do?
I like that he
with
knew
ya?
it was over for him when he saw that Elon unfollowed him. He's like, oh shit, this might be my last
Did he
time.
acknowledge it on Twitter? I missed it.
Yeah, he tweeted something about like, well, Elon unfollowed me, so might be up for me.
Man, be cool if Elon kind of took that line of thought. I unfollowed him.
He needs to log
too
off for a
much.
little bit, dude. That dude needs to touch grass.
Can only do with so many low effort quote tweets
Oh my
or
gosh.
replies. Just one word.
Yes,
Come on, man.
interesting.
Give me value. Just give me some value.
Twitter stinks right now.
Even if you're wrong, I'd love to see like 2 sentences at least. Like, oh yeah, interesting.
Ooh, the last Mission Impossible trailer just dropped.
Ooh,
Like it's the final one ever.
I think so.
So they're
final-
never gonna remake any more.
The final Tom Cruise one.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he putting his windows down and cruising on out of there?
Hard to say.
Part
Isn't
2.
are they going to get rid of Ethan and bring in his brother Mike?
Mike Hunt.
His last name's Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I guess I should just watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last Mission Impossible I even saw. Do I need to learn myself up on some of them?
Dude, they're good,
They're
but
awesome.
I can't remember any of the storylines.
That's how I feel about Bond, though, dude.
Yeah.
I might remember what the villain looks like, but I don't remember. I don't know what they're at, like world domination or some shit. Like I don't fucking know.
Typically, like acquiring a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a weapon that could kill everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When it comes to watching movies, it's fantasy, comedy, and spy movies. So I
Dude.
went through all the Mission Possibles. I'm
Randy,
so
can you
happy.
do a supercut scene of the Casino Royale poker scene that's just set to a crazy game of poker?
I already did a super cut of Dave giving his smoothie recipe, his optimized proprietary. Do you not remember
Proprietary.
that? Proprietary? You don't remember that? When I
What? What
Was
does
it
this
like-
have to do with
Dude,
the?
this was
What the
Casino
freak are
Royale.
you talking
talking about
about?
Casino Royale. I had Dave's voice over Daniel Craig doing his order. It was like the
Ah.
first thing I did before I even worked for you guys. So how I got my foot in the door here.
Man.
Huh.
Having these kids has erased memories from my brain that just didn't matter before.
Damn.
Yeah, if you're at home, go scroll back to the circling back Instagram. It's like one of the first
Real
10,
scrollers now.
15 posts.
Is he sitting at the
Yeah.
I think I remember this.
I kind of know what you're talking about.
Somebody was saying Randy was a DEI hire. We needed somebody with the fuck arounds.
Sure.
All right, Randy.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna have this s'more that Sally made. I'm very excited.
I might
Bye.
s'more what? Do it again. Say it again.
Say
Bye.
some more what?